How's it going, everyone? Bizarro Mike here. This is a delayed Wake Up Wednesdays. It's actually Thursday, but you know, I had some videos, some interviews that I brought back from EVO, so I wanted to share those with you. Thank you again for all of your support and all of your hard work, both as competitors or volunteers or staff at EVO and all of our Capcom Pro Tour events. Specifically though, this video is all about Rob TV. I had a chance to talk with him. One note I want to bring up. We were in the middle of our interview at EVO when Cool Kid was about to play for top 8. So I know I'm breaking the fourth wall here a little bit and I guess sharing some behind the scenes stuff, but I thought this was a really great moment that we actually stopped our interview, watched the match, watched Cool Kid win and get into top 8, and then resumed our interview. But having said all that, Rob TV to me is a great personality. I feel like he's an up-and-coming player, a player who is thirsty and looking for opportunities to both compete and do well on the Capcom Pro Tour and other Street Fighter V related events. So really enjoyed our talk with him, and I hope you enjoy it too. I won't bore you anymore with the details. Let's just get right into it. Make sure you follow Capcom Fighters at Capcom Fighters on Twitter for all updates on the Capcom Pro Tour and Capcom Cup 2018. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. What's going on, everyone? Michael Martin here, Bizarro Mike. I'm with Rob TV. How you doing?
It's actually Hollywood.
Excuse me. Hollywood Rob TV.
What's going on? I feel great. It's my first EVO. I'm in a good mood.
I actually didn't know this was your first EVO, and I think I even tweeted out, hey, is anyone going to their first EVO? And you probably didn't respond.
I didn't see that, but this is my first EVO.
Probably doesn't even follow me on Twitter. Anyway, he does. Well, so since this is your first EVO, and I know you've seen a lot of EVOs.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about your experience.
Man, dude, it's been amazing. Like, just the sheer amount of people here, it makes no freaking sense, man. Like, it's ridiculous. It's hype. I mean, like the casuals and everything been great. I met a whole lot of people who follow watch my channel and stuff like that, and people who just watch the Challenger and all that type of stuff. So that's been dope. I mean, it's been a dope experience overall. This tournament is unbelievable. I can't even imagine what top 8 is going to be like, dog. Oh my god.
Yeah, just so you have an idea, of course we're at EVO. Minna, RD, and Luffy are playing right now, and we're getting close to top 8. Before we touch on Challenger, because I do want to talk about that, I want to ask you, based on this experience and how you played this weekend, what's the takeaway? What did you learn?
So I learned a lot as far as preparation is concerned. I don't know if people heard of Bobby Fischer. He's basically the most famous chess player of all time. I'm heavy into studying that type of stuff because it helps me in Street Fighter as well. But he was a real stickler for everything being perfect. Oh, the room temperature isn't right and da-da-da. So I'm not saying I'm about to be a diva now because it's not going to work anyway. I'm not Hollywood enough for all of that. But I'm going to make sure that I'm more conscious of routine, having 2 controllers at each tournament, stuff like that. But as far as a player, man, the way that I look at it, I made it out of my pool. I beat a strong player and everything, and
cool. We could put it out there.
Oh, Pogera. He's a very good ball rock player from Japan.
Former Street Fighter 4 Ibuki player.
Yeah, OG. And yeah, so I did well as far as my play is concerned. But the way that I look at placements, at first I was mad that when I lost, but the way I look at it is coming into this, even though I'm a strong, I'm at the level where I can beat anyone in the world. But the difference between people like me and the Taquitos of the world, for now, is they're consistent. Taquitos, every tournament pretty much, he's about to be top 8 or so. You're gonna see people like me and around my level, which is still top, a top percentage, but it's off and on. So right now, I'm trying to break through this ceiling, and it's going well so far too.
Yeah, just trying to find that consistency, right? Find the, I guess, the good balance between, and especially for a tournament like this, it's, if you've ever been to, on the Capcom Pro Tour, a premier event, yeah, there's hundreds of players, right? Yeah. There's literally thousands of players here, right? And so it's a very different tournament experience, and since it's your first one, I'm sure you're gonna go home and reflect on that, and then next year, you'll know all right, well, this is what I can do different, or this is how I can prepare for this or that. So the Challenger Series, obviously a lot of people had sort of a preconceived notion of how that was going to be, and I think it pleasantly surprised people in that it didn't end up how they thought it was going to be. So that was good. Yeah. Talk to me about like going through this experience, because like, you know, you're competing in a challenge series that is obviously nothing like a fighting game tournament, right? Very different circumstances. It's on TV. Talk to me about just like the entire experience and what's your takeaway from that.
So in the first place, like you were talking about, like some people had preconceived notions at first. As soon as it came out, like I knew as soon as I was going to get on the show that some people were going to be talking trash, and it's the nature of people. It's
this Rob TV kid.
Yeah, exactly. The internet and all that type of stuff like that. They even felt like some of the players, strength-wise, like, oh, why don't they have, I don't know, taquito or, you know, something like that. But in my honest opinion, I think that they picked like the perfect cast, because what people don't see is like it's deeper than just how strong you are in the game. Which my goal, what I'm trying to do and what I'm going to do is become the best in the world. That's what I grind every day to do. But with that being the case, it does help that naturally, just through my, you know, circumstances, how I grew up and everything, I have a more outgoing personality, comfortable on camera, things of that nature. You know, I'm not afraid to fall on my face in front of people, and I'm not afraid to do something great in front of people. You know, so that type of stuff was very important. If you look at who they had on there, pretty much every single person on there fit that same criteria. But as far as it like actually going down there and everything, man, I mean, they treated us beautifully. The weirdest thing was, like, at first there's all these cameras, right? Like, you know, there are all these cameras on us, which I've always been comfortable on camera. But it's weird trying to like have like a, not an interview, but like a regular conversation at first. With like after even maybe the first day, within the first day maybe, it got completely, yeah, like there's cameras right there, but you're able to have a completely comfortable conversation. And one of the things everybody asks, oh, was anything scripted? No. When I did my godlike promo on LTG, was that scripted? No. I just know how to talk that talk. You know what I mean? I actually didn't even know I was gonna say that. Okay. And it's off the top of that. You know, I grew up watching The Rock, man. You know what I'm saying? You smell with the Rob TV, you know, a little something like that. But yeah, so after that, I mean, obviously, like, I already had people that were like some supporters of my, I already had supporters from like my YouTube channel and stuff like that. But I mean, there's nothing comparison to that. So as I walk around like an EVO or whatever, any majors and stuff like that, there's a lot more people like, yo, Rob, what's up, bro? Can I get a, they added to my Hollywood powers.
There was actually a gentleman who walked up while a few of us were standing here. Yeah. He had a really cool like hat with a gold knocker on it, a literal like door knocker on it. And he asked if he could get a picture with you. It was another media guy, some media guy. That he's like, oh yeah, I want to get him in the picture. And he hands me the phone. He's like, can you take the picture? And I'm like, wow, really? Like, I'm over here. They done forgot about me. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. So you are Hollywood. I'm not.
You are a Capcom.
It's fine.
You can't be Hollywood.
It's fine. It's fine.
You the man. You the man.
What did you learn about yourself with this Challenger series from ELEAGUE?
The Challenger series, it showed me, for one, that the fame itself, or like popularity and all that stuff like that, like, is not my goal. At least not, like, that's not my primary focus. It really showed me how much I just love the game itself. Like Street Fighter, it's beautiful. It also showed me overall, as far as like following, when you can't really see a roadmap to how you're gonna succeed at something, where it's like college, ABC, you get this degree, you get this job. You know, you don't really know how it's gonna go. I follow this stuff, I do this stuff just off of love alone, and when I was just grinding all these hours at my house, like even like I do now, but when I grind all these hours, I didn't even know that ELEAGUE Challenger was ever gonna exist. And before you know it, boom, I'm on national TV and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I think that it taught me, I already believed it, but it's nice to have validation and proof. It showed me that if you really do follow something that you're passionate about, anything can happen off of it.
Oh, no!
Whiffs, it whiffs.
Oh,
There's no escape. There's no escape.
He's in top 8.
I'm gonna break the fourth wall, and we actually paused this interview so that we could watch Cool Kid play. And although I am a bit conflicted, Cool Kid beat Shen to make top 8 at EVO 2018. And you were up there losing your mind. I saw you run up the bum rush the stage too. So tell me how this feels.
Man, seeing one of my Midwest brothers up there, I mean, wow, I'm like emotional about that, man. I mean, everybody talks about the East Coast, West Coast, like just historically, man. But like, so whenever we get opportunities, it's like, you know, we're heavy on it. Like, we're the loudest people in the room when it comes to these tournaments and whatnot. And it's not just for us if it's top 8. We're up there. There's videos of us watching other players from the Midwest playing in pools, and we're going off. So imagine seeing this man go from, I've seen him drop tears over this game, man. I've seen his passion is out of this world. And I mean, right now, it feels like we're all in top 8, the whole Midwest, man. Like, so I'm proud of that, man. Like, that's beautiful. That's one of my favorite FGC moments of all time. Immediately,
we're all spectators here as well, right?
Yeah.
And so we're all experiencing this with every player. You know, and that's the special thing about EVO.
Yeah, we just look, honestly, the emotion, man. Like,
yeah.
And Capcom Cup, when I beat Itabashi and I like dropped tears over it. When I got off the stage, there's pictures of me like crying, and like Cool Kid's, you know, Cool Kid was out early in that tournament. But even with him being out, just like I'm out now, or all of us, he's right there supporting, you know, and I'm dropping tears and everything on it. So when you see us run up on the stage like that, I mean, we usually try to do our best and wait till they get off stage, man. But that's EVO top 8. That's EVO top 8, man.
I mean, it was a moment just like Joe.
What can you do?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
L.I. Joe, 2 years ago.
That's what the FGC is about right there to me, man. That's what the FGC is about. That right there, that can't be fake. That's passion right there. That's love right there. That man deserves it. He deserves everything that he gets. He deserves everything that he's about to get. Shout out to my guy, Cool Kid. And shout out to the Midwest. Beautiful.
All right, I want to talk to you about one more thing before we wrap this up.
Okay.
I know you've mentioned him in the past, and if you talk to people that know me within the fighting game community, they might tell you that I might be a little bit of a sentimental guy.
Yeah.
I'm a family man,
yeah.
And family is very important to me. I know you've talked about your father. I've never met him, but I know that he plays as well,
yeah,
right?
He does.
And you posted actually this really cool picture of you guys. You mentioned chess earlier, of you guys playing chess.
Yeah.
And I know it seems like you have a really strong relationship with him. Speaking of fathers and speaking of L.I. Joe, like that relationship, I've talked with them numerous times. I have a very good understanding of their relationship.
Yeah.
And it's very important. I think that's so important.
Man.
Even beyond fighting games. So talk to me about your father, what he means to you, how he supports you, the whole nine. Tell me.
I put it like this. I just went to Red Bull Conquest in Tennessee. And on my ride down there, you know, I rode down with my girlfriend, British, and I told her, like, I want to win this stick. You get like a cool fight stick and everything, and, you know, headset. And I was like, I want to win this fight stick for my dad. You know, like I want to give it to him, and I won the tournament, and you know, of course this guy, he's watching. My dad's watching every single match, man. When I say he's watching every match, I'll be playing ranked, and you know, you can watch replays on CFN. He'll be like, hey man, you should probably be a little bit more patient. And I'm like, Dad, how you know? I played that match 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like, so making my dad proud means the world to me. And the thing is, whatever I place, he's gonna be proud. But I mean, getting those victories and everything, I don't know, I wouldn't be playing Street Fighter if it wasn't, you know, if it wasn't for him. You know, I'm a junior and everything. He was daddy's boy. We grew up playing video games. Me talking trash and everything, that's directly from him. The passion and all that, that's directly from him. You know, so, and you know, we're Cleveland Browns fans, so we know, we get it from the mud. Yep. We know the struggle. Yep. You know what I mean? So
dog pound. Yeah,
the dog pound. Shout out to my, you know what I mean? You know, so, but yeah, my relationship with my dad is extremely important though. I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing it. And as soon as I win, lose, I'm having an issue, he's the first person I call. Him and my girlfriend are the first two people that I talk to. And the thing is, he's a young guy. You know, he's only 42 years old. He just turned 42.
Oh, I'm glad you said he's a young man and he's only 42.
Oh yeah.
Because my brother, I am 42 years old.
Yeah. So, you know, so he's mad young. So he's my dad, but we also grew up, like I said, playing video games together, talking trash and whatnot. It's like a big brother at the same time, you know. So if it wasn't for him, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. So yeah, shout out to my dad. Love you, Dad. And I'm still gonna body you next time we play chess.
Have you talked to him today? Or at the end of your run? Like, if you have not, what do you think he's gonna say to you? What did he say, or what do you think he's going to say to you?
So for one, he's going to be extremely encouraging and everything. You know, I lost to Mika, my dude Higashi. Shout out to my guy Higashi, happy for him. So he's probably going to talk about how Mika makes you guess.
Because he plays Mika,
He
right?
plays Mika too. He plays Mika too. So he's probably going to talk about, like, man, you got to guess all those times and da-da-da, so on and so forth. But, you know, I'm sure he's going to tell me just how proud he is of me and everything, and for this to be my first EVO, how well that I've done. You know, I know he's confident that I'm going to be going on a run after this when it comes to these upcoming majors and everything. So, I mean, my dad, I mean, we theory fight. Like, even if he isn't at the level I am at the game, like, it's like a coach. Yeah. Greg Popovich can't get out there on the court and, you know what I mean, dunk on someone like Kawhi Leonard, but he's extremely important to his growth and how well the team actually does. So I'm sure there'll be like a lot of analysis and stuff like that, but he'll probably just try to see where my head was at, and, you know, he'll be very positive and uplifting and everything for sure.
So you and I have spoken previously at CEO, and the thing that impresses me about you is you seem to have a very good head on your shoulders. You know what you want, and I feel like you understand the work that it takes to get what you want out of fighting games and out of esports, right? Yeah. But given what you've experienced through ELEAGUE, the Challenger, of course, like Red Bull Conquest, locals, major tournaments, CEO, EVO, your first EVO. What is Rob TV, Hollywood Rob TV's assessment? What's your evaluation on where you're at, and what's your expectation on where you want to be?
Right now, I have things kind of breaking down into tiers when it comes to skill. I think that I'm right now a tier 2 player currently. And I feel like basically that's the guys who, like I alluded to, you can beat anyone, but it's not that level of consistency of the tier 1s, the Taquitos, Fujimura, Daigo. So I think right now that's where I'm at. That being the case, I've been traveling for less than 2 years. Now, okay, first for the Street Fighter V haters, oh, the new guy's doing good. Oh, the game must be bad. No, okay? I've been playing for Street Fighter for years prior, okay? It's just that the reason why stuff like this pops up and guys like me come up, like, which in my opinion, I mean, even statistically, I'm one of the fastest growing players. I know people are not gonna like that confidence, but hey, I put in a lot of work, I've taken a lot of losses. I'm gonna be confident when I have achieved, right? So I'm growing very quickly. But the thing is, the reason you're seeing people like myself pop up, you're seeing people like Cool Kids stuff pop up, it wasn't feasible to make a career out of this in the past. So that's not saying, oh, you're doing it for money. No, but you gotta live, you have to eat. So if I'm looking at something, even if I love it, if I can't feed my family doing it, then I'm not gonna pursue it and put those hours into it. I just can't afford to. Now we're seeing with people like Daigo and Taquito and these guys, that is actually a possibility. It's hard still, it's a slow grind. But for there to even be a glimmer of hope, and you have a chance to do something that you love for a living, you know, it's a beautiful thing. So, you know, I think that's the reason why newer players are popping up. So as far as where I'm at right now, I'm proud of myself. I'm extremely happy as far as what I'm doing right now. I think that from my connection with the people being out here, all the people that would shout out to everybody who comes up to me, say what's up and everything, and like I said, some people even ask for pictures, which is like, that is the, you know what I'm gonna tell you? Look, so SCR.
Yeah, I saw it firsthand.
No, but like, so SCR last year, that was the first time someone came up and was like, hey, you're Rob TV? Yeah. And he wanted to, and then, you know, I was like, oh yeah, bro, and we were playing games. And it's like, after we got done playing games, like, can we get a picture? I don't know how to play it cool or anything like that at this time, right? I'm like, really? Like, seriously? And in the picture, I'm just, like, she's ear to ear, like, all of this stuff is, like, freaking wild to me, to be honest, you know? So, but yeah, as far as where I'm at, I feel like I have a good amount of supporters. My personality, people seem to like my personality and whatnot. People like Michael Martin know me. You talking to Lil Low, Rob TV. Actually, I don't know if I can just, I want to just say,
go for it.
Okay, dude, I've watched like you interview, you know, Punk and Chris G at West Coast Warzone, right? Yep. See, bro, I've watched, you know, the Mike Ross, I seen you do the I think you and Snake Eyes did like the character breakdowns.
Yep,
like,
yep. That was at West Coast Warzone as well.
Yeah, bro, I've watched so much. For me to actually, okay, oh yeah, most people watching this haven't done like interviews like this before, or, you know, you might not be well known in the FGC and stuff like that. So much can change depending on your grind and whatnot. Right now, hey, I don't, know you that yet, but eventually you might be getting second place at majors, and I mean second because I'm gonna get first. But you can get second place, at least. You know what I mean? Oh no, I mean at most. That's just at most. But yeah, seriously, man, it's crazy how fast stuff can change. A lot of times it's natural because like now, like I know you guys and everything, but when I actually sit back and think about it, it's like I can't complain. I'm very happy with where I'm at, but not complacent at all. I'm hungry.
Good. It's always great to see you. It's always great to talk to you.
Yeah,
I love your confidence. I love your positive outlook.
Yeah.
And I know that there are many people who wish the best for you.
Yeah.
There are many people that don't.
Yeah.
But those are the guys that you beat in tournament, right?
Facts.
So I'm glad that you made it to this EVO. I'm glad that we got to experience all of this. I'm glad that we got to see Cool Kid make top 8, repping your region, of course.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best, the continued success, and I can't wait to talk to you again.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Love, man.
Any final words?
I'm Hollywood Rob TV, and I'm godlike, and I'm about to body everybody soon enough. I'm in Capcom Cup next year, guaranteed.
You heard it here first. Thank you.
Yep.